Hello. I'd like to share some thoughts on the future of software development with AI. So it's impossible to ignore the fact that there's a range of tools on the market now that claim to write software based on natural language prompts and by analyzing and extending existing code bases. Several industry leaders, such as Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, all notably declared that programming is dead. And throughout the software industry, there's clearly anxiety that a career in programming might be a dead end. Corporations, if you're in the corporate world, are also hearing from a steady stream of consultants and influencers who are pushing products at them that claim to either make programmers more efficient or to replace them completely. So I want to share my viewpoint. A lot has been said on the efficiency, capabilities, and so on of these AI systems and whether they help or hurt software products in the long term. But let's take an optimistic view or a pro-AI view that one day AIs will be much better than they are now and that they will offer great efficiencies and cost savings. It seems to be the direction that things are going in, although there could be a downturn at some point. So does that mean that humans' role is over in the software development process? Well, I would say this is definitely not the case. The one thing that an AI cannot do is to take legal ownership and responsibility for its output. And all of the large AI companies are very explicit in the terms of their service that say, you, the user, are solely responsible for verifying the output of their models, and they accept no liability for any damage done. No AI company will ever come out and say that they fully indemnify you against the impact of a bug or a misimplemented requirement in the code that their model produces. If you imagine the amount of code that the likes of OpenAI, Cursor, and Copilot are producing each day, they would be continuously taking on hundreds of millions of dollars worth of additional liability. So they can never do that. So if you compare the bevy of laws and hundreds of years of legal precedents that govern work produced by humans, either as employees or suppliers or contractors, if the code written by an LLM harms your users, then what are you going to do? You could fire the person that typed in the prompt, but I doubt that will really help your share price to rebound afterwards. The problem is that there's no framework, and probably never could be a framework, for an LLM to sign a contract or to agree to a statement of work. And so in commercial and legal terms, really these are just toys. Enterprises are used to strict contractual agreements with suppliers, or even stricter internal controls and standards to avoid liabilities and losses. And they'll begin to realize that they're building essential parts of their infrastructure, essential parts of their business on very unsafe foundations. So I don't think this realization is going to happen across the industry overnight. I suspect there will be some major court cases first, where an end user of a system might sue a company for damages caused by a software system of some kind, and then that company might find out that the offending code was written by an LLM and try to countersue the company, but eventually lose due to these exceptions in the LLM company's terms and conditions. But at that point, the industry will start to wake up to the risks that they're exposing themselves to. And for software developers, it's not just our skills and our experience that's important. It's also very much the fact that we can take responsibility for our work. We are constrained by legal requirements. We have skin in the game, and that in itself is an irreplaceable aspect of what it means for humans to be doing work in society, and it's something that AIs can never replace. I'd love to hear what you have to think about this topic yourselves in the comments. Thank you very much. Bye.